Hello and welcome everyone to Doki-Doki Literature Club. I think this is episode something or another. I can't keep track. We've done too many. I'm joined by Isabel and Ash. Sadly, we couldn't get Shelby today.
Alright.
So, we're joined by these two, and we're gonna hop right back into Doki-Doki Literature Club. However, I have to say that if you're not in a stable set of mind, don't watch this video, please. Things might get bad. So, just keep that in mind. And we shall hop right back in. I guess I'll be Monica. Oh no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start sharing our poems with each other? Eh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and slip it back into my bag. Who should I show my poem to first? Natsuki or Monica? I guess...
If you want to have a conversation with yourself, go ahead and click Monica.
I think we should go ahead and get the weird out of the way. I should start with Monica. Yeah, so that way I cannot talk to myself for the rest of the video. Yesterday, she seemed eager to read my poem, and I wanted to know I'm putting in effort. Hi, Sebastian. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Maybe some other things might come up too.
I like the fact that you told you know what? I'm just gonna stop right there.
What?
Nope. I want to bring that back up again.
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Sebastian. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Sebastian. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. We sure went in for something deep.
No.
I was about to say, no comment? And then I was like...
I'm sorry, but when I drink Coke, I drink Coke.
Maybe do some other things that involves Coke too.
I'm gonna go.
Maybe some snorting or some spitting. I'm sure that's what Monica needs to do.
There's a reason
You're not wrong.
There's a reason Monica has a single playing card tucked away in her left pocket. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just so totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing, though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction. So don't blame her for coming on a little too strongly. Wow. That's how low we are, that only people that are starved for social interaction will talk to us. That's bad.
Oh my goodness.
Monica?
Well, Monica too, maybe. We don't know too much about her. Like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly, the door opens. Yay!
I'm back. Did I miss anything?
Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other.
Eh? Already? I'm sorry for being so late.
No need to apologize. We'll have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed.
Alright. Monica. Suppose I should go get my poem now.
Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. But he wasn't looking. This is the same one as the first time.
No, it's not.
It's not?
I don't think so. No.
It's not? Huh.
It sounds kind of like the second one, I think.
Okay, let's read it.
Where's in this one?
Hole in wall.
Okay.
But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glance at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrolling playing ticks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. It's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. So, what do you think? It's very free-form, if that's what you call it. I'm sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on timing between vowels, between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I just have some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, there's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll get a big dark puddle of ink. Just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening to this radio show podcast. Well, Natsuki time. She's probably gonna hate us and tell us to leave.
Well, not at first, I don't think. Dot dot dot.
Dot dot dot?
What? Excuse me.
Huh?
No.
Who's what?
No. 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 No.
Natsuki, read it.
It sounds like she's getting further away from
I know. Read it.
I can just imagine her leaving her mic in one corner of the room and just backing away to the other corner. It's like, nope, nope, nope.
That was a lot more graphic.
You think?
This is why I don't play horror stuff.
Isabel, time for you to read.
Oh, yeah. Sebastian, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home.
What? Harsh.
What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid?
I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it.
Hmm?
Exclamation point.
Painful to think about?
That. Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'd tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again.
Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess.
Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you'll probably think it's stupid.
Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it.
Oh.
I don't like that the music changed when we read that.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice.
It sounded like a monkey playing a trumpet.
A little bit. And now, since last time we played this, I'm just constantly looking at the background. It's like, when is it gonna change again?
Oh.
I hated last time.
I forgot about that. Anyways, Natsuki.
Yeah. I told you you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What?
Yeah. Are your eyes gonna explode again?
Just... Oh no.
No, they just popped
Just
out.
be...
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well... Because... Everyone...
Wait for it to happen again.
I'm just waiting for something to happen.
Yeah. Okay. Everyone in high school thinks writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly.
Look at philosopher Sebastian over here.
Oh my goodness.
Here's an actual quote. Socrates, if I remember correctly, once said, the great philosopher Socrates, said, if you have a good wife, you'll have a normal job or something like that. If you have a bad wife, you'll become a philosopher or something like that.
Socrates, oh no.
Yeah.
Wow. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay.
Here's a fun poem fact of the day. Robert Frost's poem, The Road Less Taken, was actually not about making the difficult decisions in life, but actually to make fun of his indecisive friend. Fun poem writing fact of the day.
That
We're
just
gonna start doing
proves
that
the
now.
world is set around spite.
I'm gonna do this just to spite you.
That's how pretty much everything was created.
Huh?
Like, the automation answering machine in Netflix, for example.
Yeah. And it's almost as if, what's it called? Blockbuster wanted to die. Because they kept on making so many horrible decisions.
Oof.
They were just like, we've been at it so long, people will just trust us, instead of go with the cheaper and easier to use option. Which was Netflix. But anyways, back to this.
Right.
Usually every
Oh, look at
company
Natsuki's little
will
smile.
die. Yeah, but nothing's better than Yuri's side smirk.
That is true.
Yeah. I
Yuri,
set up
top
for a
waifu.
rhyme at the. Oh my goodness. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into that than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro.
Snaggletooth.
Oh my goodness,
Is
there is a
fucking
tooth.
It is adorable. Sorry.
I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. What were you laughing at, Ash?
I can just imagine, like, after she said that, she just, like, she's like she is now with her hands on her hips. She's like, kit. Especially with the snaggletooth, it works even more.
That one character from Deltarune. I'm just imagining her acting around like him. Oh my goodness. I can't remember his name.
I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. And who decided that?
You did, apparently.
Good point. And then there's
That's
only
the
one
best
choice.
of it.
Best for last. ...
...
As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten.
Exceptional.
Yeah? What was that? ...
Did I say that out loud?
Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face.
Who's going to hate me?
You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting... what am I getting so nervous for?
Yuri takes a breath.
Oh? What kind of writing experience do you have?
This sheet of paper
This sheet of paper.
that you're currently in possession of.
Yes. You can keep that, by the way.
I even autographed it at the bottom for you.
Yep. Great. Anyway. Your use of symmetry and metaphors indicates
Symmetry?
you've written a lot of
Symmetry and metaphors. Even though it says imagery and metaphors.
It's symmetry now.
Not
Symmetry.
knowing the difference
Imagery.
between a metaphor and a simile.
Use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before.
Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment for coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. It's actually about his fifth.
We had to keep rewriting it over and over and over again. Huh?
Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again.
Definitely.
Look at her face!
So cute. Well, I know that.
Aww.
Just meant,
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly.
yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers.
Oh.
Having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them.
I think she's just distracted by the hunk of man that she's staring at right now.
The very scrawny hunk of man. I think
Hey,
the
we
last-
don't know what
no-
Sebastian looks like, okay?
Okay, so he could be a fat ass then?
Could be. Or he could be a pretty good looking guy. Anyways.
I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter and They form, they form fit the two together.
Like putting a square in a circle hole. In the circle hole.
A circle, a square hole.
Exactly.
The end result is that both style and the expressiveness are weakened.
We've already gotten this once before. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you could be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It takes you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. You can be a little bit biased, though.
Biased? How? Even though we already know that.
Well, I have a bad feeling about this. Never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki.
All three.
Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do.
Look at how cute she is.
Oh, I feel like it's gonna be something creepy.
Probably.
I love to share my thought process behind it.
Like
Yuri
that
smiles.
smile says doom.
There's the title. That smile says doom. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light.
Or mine.
The tendrils of my hair illuminate under an amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calms, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Nothing
Bad
else.
feeling about this. Never mind. Dot. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting.
Treble handwriting? What, like the treble clef?
Oh my
It's
goodness.
a terrible handwriting, thank you very much.
I heard treble handwriting.
You heard wrong.
She can only write from A to G.
Yes. It's gonna suck.
What?
Oh, no.
I wasn't thinking that at all.
It took you a long time to read.
Ah! Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
Eh? Oops. Silly.
As pretty as you. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
Wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
Not at all. Even though my favorite poem is The Raven. Once Upon a Midnight... That's copywritten, probably.
Most
Probably.
likely.
Ah.
I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. This is our first time sharing. I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
He. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Sebastian.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. Look, remember that poem? Poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive.
Yeah. It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so...
Nah.
Mm.
If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Both in the poems and in the sheets.
Yeah,
of course.
I knew it was coming. No. I was really nervous about doing all this. In the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Sebastian.
Ah, me too. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs.
The music.
Yep,
I hate that.
I heard it. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess it's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyes furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language?
Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Fancy.
Fancy. Oh my god, Becky, look at her butt.
Rather not. Ah, thanks. Just...
This is how an explosive fight happened last time.
Up, and I think it's about to get more explosive this time.
I think the doom.
I sense doom. Natsuki.
Oh, cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. Just meant language, I guess. Just trying to say something nice.
Eh? You mean you... Come on.
Sorry.
Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Oh, I do have a couple of suggestions. Sorry, don't say anything.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it. And Sebastian did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some of my suggestions of my own. First of all...
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. Don't expect to change it anytime soon. Unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. I haven't yet.
Ooh.
Sebastian liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up. And
the music is
cut.
gone.
The music
Oh?
just cut.
I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Wait, didn't Sayori break this up last time?
Shoot, you're right. Sayori did.
Wait a minute. Is this that same music from Monica's poem?
I don't know.
It's not what I... You're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Sebastian appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
Huh, and how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more?
Wait a minute.
Are you that full of yourself?
Isn't Natsuki supposed to be on the left?
No, she's always been on the right, right?
No,
I was always
okay,
I thought
in
I
the
was
beginning, in the first part, she was always on the left, and now she's on the right. And it
Huh.
has been this way for 2
Fair.
episodes now.
Huh.
Oh, now I realize it, and I don't like it. Why did I point it out?
Shoot, you're right.
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Ooh. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Sebastian started showing up.
Natsuki! Jesus.
Natsuki, that's a little...
Doesn't involve
This doesn't involve you.
Ooh.
You are your own insecurities and others like that. Really?
Oh,
Really act as young as you look, Natsuki.
me who's... Hold on. Me, look who's talking, you wanna be edgy. I can't.
Edgy. That's the part you zero in
Oh
on?
no. This is where she stopped it.
Yeah?
Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your
Oh.
mental age to comprehend.
See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after graduate middle school, you know.
If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. Like
What's
this.
going
Monica,
on?
please. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing it and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try.
Whew.
Whoa, be careful or you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh no. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you? Oh, she's talking about a knife.
Did you just accuse me of cutting myself?
I mean,
What the fuck is wrong with your head? Whoa.
oh.
Language is going on here.
Yeah, going on.
Yuri!
Let Sebastian hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this.
Suddenly, Yuri turns towards me as if she just noticed I was standing here.
Bastion. She's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it. ...
I'm guessing I have to choose one to take the side of?
I feel like death is upon us.
Whichever one we choose is gonna be death.
There will be death.
I don't know which to choose.
Is there gonna be death for us or gonna be death for the other?
I feel like it's gonna be the other. And maybe
I
we'll
can't
have
even
another
save,
crashing
guys.
scene.
I can't even save.
Well,
I guess
no.
Because if I remember correctly, this is a point where we pick a side to go with.
Yeah, and we picked Yuri last time.
I say we continue with the trend.
Oh.
Monica, why?
Hey Sebastian, why don't we step outside for a little bit, okay?
Oh no.
Sorry about that. They just really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little bit more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly,
No,
Natsuki runs
okay.
out of the classroom. She's
Crying.
crying.
What?
There's still no music.
Dot
I hate
dot.
that.
She quickly runs away.
Oh dear.
Oh, dear.
No.
Well, it looks like they're done.
Didn't mean it. Didn't mean it. Didn't mean it.
Yuri's rocking back and forth on her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri?
I didn't mean it.
I believe you. I've no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki, or did.
Bastion. Please don't hate me. Yes. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today.
It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget about it all by tomorrow. Completely.
Like how we completely forgot about... What's her name?
Sayori?
Sayori.
Actually, leaving it at the what's her name would have been appropriate there.
Yeah. ...
Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. ... Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica.
You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little longer.
I'm the president. I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. ...
Oh no.
Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today.
Is there gonna be
kinda
another
sounds
fight?
like... I forgot that I was Monica. It kinda sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri.
It's not that. It's not that. Just didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Sebastian. It would just be embarrassing with you listening.
Oh.
Guess I don't really have a choice, do I?
I'm sorry for causing trouble.
I also don't like that there's still no music again.
I don't either.
I didn't like how she had more than quotes around the fine. Oh no.
Excuse me?
What?
I don't know.
Alright then, I guess we're going on to writing a poem.
Apparently. Tragedy, probably? Don't forget, boop rules in effect. So tragedy, probably?
What is going on?
I don't know. I'll go tragedy. Yep.
Alright.
Raindrops, scars, heart, insight, fluffy, heartbeat, friends, papa, melancholy, wonderful.
Scars?
Huh? Probably
Scars?
scars or melancholy. Or both.
Bye.
I'll go scars. Sugar, music, ambient, lazy, infallible, incongruent, strawberry, fantasy, sensation, journey. We've also learned that the really big and complex words like incongruent would wind up being Yuri, so we can probably go with incongruent. Yep. Anger, bed, universe, defeat, giggle, blanket, clumsy, puppy, horror, email, horror most definitely. Dark, lollipop, disoriented, incapable, promise, loud, heaven set, treasure, meager, climax. Meager, climax, incapable, disoriented, dark. There's so many. I'll go meager. Cheer, misfortune, comfort, charm, joy, inferno, awesome, lust, grief, ribbon. Probably misfortune. Yep. Pure, infinite, excitement, flower, image, after image, vacation, nature, sticky, cute, cheeks. Probably infinite.
I'd say after image.
After image would be a good one. Ash, your input?
Sure.
After image? Okay. Firefly, sunset, bliss, laugh, sparkle, boop.
Boop.
Secretive, flee, depression, hurt, romance, whirlwind. Nightgown, smile, rain cloud, time. Doesn't Natsuki just have that, like, no emotion face whenever she gets picked? And just jumps?
No.
Secretive, flee, depression, hurt, romance, whirlwind, nightgown, smile, rain cloud, time. I think it would be depression, hurt, flee, or secretive. Any of these.
I'd say secretive.
Okay. Nibble, bubble, sing, amazing, intellectual, party, passion, kitty, flying, happiness.
Intellectual?
Probably intellectual.
Yeah.
Yep. Electricity, unrequited, hopeless, jumpy. Games, starscape, analysis, vivacious, portrait, and dream. Probably vivacious. Or unrequited. I think maybe unrequited. Hopeless, most definitely.
Yeah.
Kiss, warm, shame, lucky, fester, empty, peaceful, landscape, question, eternity. Probably eternity.
I'd say question.
Question would also probably be it. Ash, any input?
Either one works, I think.
Okay. Shirt, feather, shiny, childhood. Existence, frightening, fickle, bouncy, captive, marriage.
Frightening.
Frightening? Okay. Hop, headphones, bunny, dance, atone, vivid, extreme, vibrant, milk, memories.
Oh, memories. That sounds like something weird.
Shoot.
Aw.
Alone, Doki-Doki, pink, poof, explode, essence, sunny, socks, mouse, cover. Probably essence.
Alone.
Oh, alone. Didn't even remember that one. Entropy,
Entropy.
playground, swimsuit, embrace, massacre, forgive, despise, aura, suicide, fear. Massacre?
Massacre.
Oh, that's neat.
What?
I can right click and it just takes all these away. So now it's just
Okay,
an empty
that-
sheet. That looks weird. So massacre?
Really?
Okay. Tenacious
Scared me a little
disown.
bit there. I was like, oh no, what did we do?
Tenacious
Ah.
disown, waterfall, anxiety, unending, disaster, graveyard, jump, hope, and pleasure.
Graveyard.
Whoa! Did you did you guys?
Yes, I did.
I didn't.
Oh
What?
no.
Chocolate
Will she do it
Sadness,
again?
Crimson Destiny, Unstable,
don't think
Anime,
so.
Hair, Collide, Tears, Ocean. Unstable,
I hope
probably.
Really?
No,
hope
she
not?
didn't.
Okay.
What?
No.
She just went
I
all
think-
kiss on us right there.
I think that's a lucky thing or something.
A lucky?
Like how you get a shiny, a once in a lifetime chance to get that or something. I don't know. Like a once in a game chance, you'll actually get that.
Agonizing adventure, melody, breathe, uncontrollable, rainbow, unrestrained, pout, candy, whistle. Agonizing, most likely.
Unrestrained.
Or unrestrained. I'm gonna go agonizing.
Yeah. Okay.
Marshmallow, determination, sweet, death, vanilla, family, broken, silly, precious, uncanny. Probably uncanny.
Death.
Or death. Let's go death.
Oh.
Oh, I hate it.
Is that a drawing of
Sayori?
Natsuki?
That was
I think
Sayori.
so. I hate
It was?
Yeah! It had the little
hate it.
bow.
Oh, you're right.
And Sayori's hairstyle.
I hate
Oh
it.
my goodness, this is creepy.
I hate it.
Ugh.
I hate it. I hate all of it.
That's gonna be where we leave off for today. Thanks for joining us. Have a wonderful week if that's possible now. Hope you sleep well.
Oh, we won't.
See you guys in the next video. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.